You're watching the Bob McKillop Invitational on League Ready, and a premier matchup between two powerhouse basketball programs. The Eagles of Paul VI against the Crusaders of Lehigh. Here in the booth alongside Casey Standahar, I'm Sam Breve. Happy Friday night. Hope you're doing well. What a matchup we've got, Casey. Two teams who are just so smooth and efficient.
They really are. They've seen each other before, and it's been an interesting matchup there, but I'm excited to see kind of a revenge game for these teams. We'll see who really can handle themselves better in this one.
Some of the best players in the country, really the next level of girls basketball talent, will be on the floor tonight at Lehigh. Starting with Paul VI, led by head coach Orlando Hidalgo. This, Casey, is a stacked starting lineup featuring Brooke Stagliano in the backcourt.
Yeah, Brooke Stagliano has a great shot. She can and has put up 27 points in a game. And Sam, she's only a sophomore, so elite top-tier shooter in Brooke.
So we'll keep an eye on 13 in the blue. And for Lehigh, this is one of the best lineups in girls basketball in America. Olivia Jones, and later we'll see Savvy Swords also highlighted.
Olivia Jones, obviously an elite talent, and Savvy, five-star player, only a junior, can execute a screen flawlessly. She's a versatile player, and she does all the little subtle, intangible things right.
Olivia Jones, fresh off of a triple-double performance in their win last week. 16 points, 12 boards, 10 assists. She was one of two Crusaders to pick up a triple-double as the Crusaders start with it on their home floor. Good to have all of you with us. Our second of three tonight on League Ready. And Lehigh with it as Emily McDonald gets it outside to Zanaya Williams. Down low, it's a quick bucket. Emily Forrester puts Lehigh on top.
Lehigh's been such an elite program, and scoring early and scoring fast is going to be key in this one.
And a turnover right away. Azana Campbell stepped out of bounds, and Paul VI, you can't afford that against a power like Lehigh. Olivia Jones, junior out of Bayshore, New York, one of the best players in the junior class. McDonald outside to Williams for three, and Lehigh cooking a start.
Unbelievable shot in the corner there. That's really huge. This Paul VI team has to kind of recover now. They've lost Lehigh Valley before earlier in the season, and again, it's going to be tough.
Here's Stagliano off to Sellers. Lehigh really tight on ball defense right now. Campbell with the step back three, and an air ball sends it back to Lehigh. About as messy of a start as you could get for Paul VI.
Yeah, that's a shot there that she has to take a little bit more time, right? The step back, she had the time. It was kind of uncontested, so she had time to kind of set up her shot a little bit better.
Here's a three, and it's a miss for McDonald. Rebound to Anya George. Now Sellers weaving her way down the floor. There's Stagliano, unable to really penetrate much here. Eagles struggling. Sellers, George, and now Stagliano with the fall-away three, and well off the mark.
I like her confidence, though. Trying to get
Chased
something
out of
going.
bounds. Here comes Stagliano and Paul VI. Sellers. So Eagles looking to break through. Such a lanky Lehigh team.
They are. They've got height. They're young, agile, and tall. And I love the Jersey versus New York matchup. It just feels right.
This is old school Northeast as Sellers runs out of time. Casey looked like she had no idea how much time was on the shot clock.
That just comes down to discipline. This team has to maintain the discipline and get things going here. They're down 5, and again, we're already at 5:30 in the first. You just can't have this kind of deficit this early, Sam.
Now the machine of Lehigh goes back to work. Up top, Forrester. finds Olivia Jones, 4-star recruit out of New York with the left-handed hook, rebounded by Black Stewart. Here comes Sellers. Down low looking for Black Stewart, but they'll get a foul against Lehigh.
Both of these teams have to reset right now. We're playing a little bit of sloppy basketball. There's that jitters, but these are two teams that know what to do here. They've been in these high-pressure situations.
At the 5:09 mark of the first, outside to Campbell with an offer from Wilmington University in Delaware, one of Paul VI's strongest. This one's off for George. Here comes Brown, coast to coast with the left hand, left it short, rebounded by Sellers. Clearly looks like Lehigh's looking to push tempo a bit more. Paul VI, a little more methodical.
Methodical, and Paul VI has been able to capitalize on just the inconsistency of Lehigh. They're getting lucky because they haven't made any shots since early in this game, Sam.
And then downhill, stolen away, but with the foul. Anya George, the guilty party, with the foul on Taylor Brown. But Brown is one of the best, Casey, in the sophomore class, rather. Almost 20 Power 4 offers. Florida, Michigan, Penn State, and many, many more.
I mean, just to name a few. And again, you have time to make that commitment choice because you're so young. You have time to develop as well, and she's doing that.
McDonald with the right hand. Long rebound. Chased down by Thatcher. So Lehigh hit its first 2 shots and has missed its last 4. George with the spin. George the scoop off, and rebound ripped away by Jones.
Accuracy really tough for the Eagles right now. They've got to get some points on the board.
Scoops off. That's 5 missed shots in a row by the Crusaders as George breaks through for the first Eagles bucket. It was as messy of a start as you could get for Paul VI, and they find themselves still within a possession at the first timeout of the first quarter. This is the Bob McKillop Invitational on League Ready. Back after this.
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
(16-3) Lehigh, the number 12 ranked girls basketball team in the country, led by Coach Christina Rady. Casey, she has built a powerhouse.
She has, and she has the talent to back it up too. I mean, just really helping these girls get to their full potential.
Up top, Taylor Brown, a sophomore whose potential is sky high. Now Jones goes downhill, and the floater falls.
Jones double teamed there, and she just had to drive to the basket. She was so good in the paint there. Just the determination from her and the finish. Really going to be important for Lehigh.
Her first basket, she averages 19 a game. And a travel whistled against Brooke Stagliano. Turnover number 4 for PVI. How about this downhill thunder for Jones?
I love it. Goes over to the left side, uses the left arm a little bit, pushes up through 2 defenders. Great job.
Out of bounds off the Eagles. Olivia Jones, She averaged double figures as an 8th grader playing on varsity, transferred to Lehigh, and has blown up. 4-star recruit ranked in the top 25 in her class. There's Jones losing it, takes a tumble, and now a tie-up. Jump ball gives it to Paul VI.
That came down to Anya George getting in the mix there, playing good defense. And it was a month ago that Sports Illustrated ranked Lehigh the #1 team. They're getting national recognition in Sports Illustrated, ESPN.
As they should. How about Stagliano with the kiss off the glass?
Finally, some action from Brooke Stagliano. I know she was itching for that one.
Outside, McDonald, short on the 3. Down low off an offensive board, it's Jones. Lunging her way to the free throw line. Well, you highlighted Brooke Stagliano pregame. She's a game changer.
Just an all-around athlete, and her teammates lift her up. She has the support of so many of her teammates and her coach, and I love that she's just versatile. We talked about it in the open, Sam. She can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
Now Olivia Jones converts the first free throw of the night. Jones ranked number 22 in the class. Offers already coming in from Miami, Indiana, LSU, Rutgers, and a bunch more. Top programs gunning for her talent. George up top, off the crossover. She finds Thatcher. Now the reverse, Sellers. Thatcher looking to penetrate. 5-footer rattles out, and rebound tips out off of Lehigh. So Eagles gifted with a fresh 30.
That's great defense, too, by Lehigh. They really made sure their defense didn't collapse in the paint there, really created separation. Eagles couldn't penetrate.
Really suffocating Lehigh defense. As Sellers looks to break through. George, the kick out. Thatcher, 4-3. First triple for the Eagles.
I love that 3. She was confident, poised, ready to go.
And then Stagliano causing some havoc. Williams peeling off the screen, just threw it up. And Eagles with some momentum now. Stolen by Williams, but a whistle right on that contact. They'll get a reach-in foul on Thatcher after the ball was taken.
And you see Paul VI now within reach here. You know, I mean, they had such a slow start in this first quarter and then just down 2.
Yeah, they missed their first 6 shots, turned the ball over 3 times. Here they are within striking distance. So Jones to Brown, and Taylor Brown, a sophomore, leaves it short. Eagles have a chance to tie or take the lead. George, right to the can. Boarded by Forrester. Jones, the baseline drive, so smooth.
She covered a lot of ground there, too.
5'11" junior, originally out of Bayshore, New York. Early leader with 6 points. Into the corner, Stagliano pumps a 3 and cashes.
Love that finish from Stagliano again. Her versatility, she's able to drive to the basket, she's able to shoot from 3, and she plays great defense.
5 points for Stagliano, and a nice nifty give, but Forrester left it short. Will stay here with an Eagles foul. That was impressive court vision from Olivia.
Olivia has that court vision. It's almost like she has eyes in the back of her head, right? She's able to see everything on the floor. She's poised. And Sam, I think right now the Eagles find themselves within 1 because of the way they've been rebounding, right? They've been able to really think 1 step ahead.
Rebounding battle dead even, and that says a lot for Coach Hidalgo's team. A bit undersized compared to Lehigh, so dead even. there's a lot of tenacity happening.
Absolutely. And that just comes, like I said, just being one step ahead, being mindful of that opportunity there, especially when you're outsized. 7 defensive rebounds for the Eagles.
A lot of great coaches will say rebounding's all about timing. And down low, wide open. Oh, what a crucial miss for Forrester, who has a 3rd opportunity now and finally gets it to go. So Emily Forrester now with 4. As George takes a tumble, able to recover. A 1-second differential here. Thatcher open for 3 and rebounded by McDonald. So shot clock off for Jones. And Olivia Jones with a kick out. McDonald for Williams and a 3 just in front of the first quarter buzzer.
Long Island making them pay for missing that 3. They would have loved to tie it up at the end of the first, but now 16-10 Lehigh. Here's another look. Kicks it out. And from deep beyond the arc, sinks it. Love her energy.
Zanaya Williams, 45th ranked player in the junior class for a Lehigh team that finds itself up by 6. Well, great to have all of you with us. It's the Bob McKillop Invitational up in Brookville, New York, on the home floor of Long Island Lutheran. And Casey, the Crusaders, just a little bit more punch so far, although I think Paul VI is content to be down only a couple possessions after such a messy start.
Yeah, they were down 5-0 at the start, and now they find themselves within 5 again. Missing that 3 was really tough for them, but again, they're not out of this one at all. They have a poised head coach. They know what they're doing. They realize they're outsized, but that makes them work that much harder, Sam, and they're poised to keep things really close here in the second.
Paul VI with only one player that is above 5'9". That's the 6'1" Kiana Black-Stewart. Meanwhile, almost the entire Lehigh roster is above 5'9", including 6' Emily McDonald, 6'4" Emily Forrester, 6'3" Savvy Swords. So these Crusaders, one of the lankiest, biggest, and most talented teams in the country, looking for a premier win on their home floor. For those of you who were with us for the first game of this triple header, double overtime win for Bella Vista over IMG, it's great to have you with us. Sam Brief, Casey Standahar, and our wonderful crew with the second of 3 from New York. After a turnover, it's Emily McDonald to key the offense. Williams around to O'Hara, and now in the Stars' hands, Olivia Jones with a cross. Jones left it short. So Eagles ball as a turnover generated right back. O'Hara cleans the glass, and Williams a miss. They are so messy from point blank range.
Lehigh just not able to get it done right now. I know they're up, but 3-4 opportunities there in the paint, missed opportunities. Again, that's where the Eagles are getting really, really lucky.
We'll see if that luck starts to shift a bit. So here's Williams, moseying in, down low to a wide open Forrester, and that's how it should look.
Forrester with 6 points, on the day right now. 3 of these Lehigh players have scored 6 here, so it's been a team effort.
And a quick timeout for Paul VI, sending us to a timeout. So 8-point Lehigh lead as we step aside at the Bob McKillop Invitational.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
So how would you describe the chicken to someone who had never tasted it?
Literally melt in your mouth tender. We don't have a freezer, you know? It's almost like a farmer's market. When you walk into the restaurant, you should hear the sizzle that you're hearing right now. It sends all those waves up to your mouth.
You're making me hungry.
The Eagles of Paul VI with a massive challenge today. And Casey, it's been a lot of their tenacity on the boards, interior defense that's kept them within striking distance of Lujan.
Absolutely, and then for the most part, I know the game has looked a little bit sloppy, but it's not showing as sloppy on the stat sheet. Only one steal for each of these teams, so they're trying to take care of the basketball, but again, now the rebounding is outmatched for Paul VI. 13 rebounds for Lehigh, only 8 for Paul VI. Again, size is a factor. 4 turnovers, that has hurt Paul VI. And I'm sure coach is not pleased with that, because if you have that possession, you want to maintain that opportunity, and they're losing some of those.
Head coach Orlando Hidalgo watching on, his team down 8 here at the Bob McKillop Invitational. And they get it quickly into Stagliano. Nice nifty pass, and Black Stewart leaving that one off the front end.
I'm surprised that got to Black Stewart. That looked like it could have been stripped easily.
And an offensive foul. Just a little chicken wing there for Zanaya Williams. So elbow for the offensive foul. With 6:50 left in the second, we'll see if the Eagles can make a move. Kennedy Broughton, freshman, shimmies up the floor. Into the corner, it's picked by McDonald.
She was going for a no-look pass. I like the craftiness, but it wasn't clean. Lehigh's going to take every chance they can to strip that away.
Well, then a double dribble called against McDonald. So we go back to the Eagles. Broughton surveying. And here is Anya George. Thatcher down to Black Stewart. Thatcher for 3. Bingo!
That was beautiful. More from Thatcher, definitely needed in this one. I loved her execution there. So much confidence from her.
It's the second 3-ball for Rachel Thatcher. As McDonald can't quite respond. Olivia Jones there for cleanup as she got fouled. Casey, let's zone in on an impressive young woman, Olivia Jones, who undoubtedly we're going to see at the next level. 4-star recruit ranked in the top 25 as a junior, and we've yet to see the best of her.
She's been incredible to watch, and I love that she just maintains poise. She's a leader on this Lehigh team. She doesn't take herself too seriously, but also she's kind of has, you know, that cold demeanor out there. I like that about her.
And the numbers scream confidence. Shooting 62% from the floor, 49% from 3 this season. She's been a beast. Her team up 7. Outside, Stagliano gets it around to George. Paul VI using all the shot clock as the floater is just strong for George. Offensive rebound, second chance, and it's Campbell sticking a 3. First bucket for Azana Campbell. Crusaders looking for the quick response. McDonald for 3.
Back to back, I blink and almost miss it.
Don't blink then. Here we go, it's Sellers. Black Stewart with the mid-ranger. And the modern basketball gods may be blowing that out. In the corner, McDonald with a heat check, rebounded by Black Stewart, as we'll go back to the Eagles.
Eagles have a chance here. They've got to maintain this momentum here. They can be lethal from 3, but you've got to get more players involved, right? You have Stagliano with 5. Her quickness has been really effective here tonight. Campbell with a 3. George with 2, but again, it's not enough. when you have this Lehigh team that has such a deep, deep roster.
Rebound for Jones. That was a miss by Anya George. Nice extra pass in the corner. 3 off for Williams. Lehigh now 3 of 8 from long distance. 2 of the makes from Williams. George off a screen. Looking for the pick and roll. Instead finds Stagliano. Can't hit the 3. Jones rebound. Olivia Jones, so smooth, but pocket picked by Campbell. Smart, quick defense for the senior from Williamstown, New Jersey.
She can play both ends of the ball very well. Again, she's able to sink a 3. She's 1 for 2 on the day right now from the field, but again, her defense has been helpful.
Paul VI, one of the top teams in Jersey, getting a big-time challenge as Forrester gives it up. This Paul VI program coming off of a big win over Bishop Eustis late last week, 20-0 record, 5-0 in league play, and the number 2 team in the state of New Jersey. So 2 of the best in the Northeast are going at it here on Lehigh's home floor. And now Sellers looking, gets a lob into Stagliano, who's coming off a 20-point performance. 3 for George. Strong. Here goes Jones, downhill, outside. Forrester, the step back 3. And another offensive board for O'Hara. Jones diving for it. Thatcher rips it away. Now fight for the ball, no whistle. McDonald is blocked. Paul VI protecting the basket at all costs.
And they're gritty on defense. They can turn defense into offense. They're every coach's dream because they'll get on the floor and get dirty. They can just really get after you and make it difficult to do anything.
Lehigh keeps it here. Baseline out of bounds. Initial impressions of Olivia Jones, probably the highest recruited player we'll see tonight.
Yeah, and again, her numbers, as you mentioned, prove it. She's just been calm, cool, and collected, and she's kind of stealthy, too. You almost don't expect her. I mean, you know she's good, but you don't expect her to come out of nowhere and be effective for this team, and she always is.
And up top, here she is. Olivia Jones goes downhill with the left hand and the foul.
The stride she makes, too. She has longer legs, but she's able to really move across the floor and drive to the basket efficiently. And what, did you see that drive in the paint? And then she uses her hands to kind of reach over. She's just so athletic.
Only really 3 steps needed. You mentioned the long strides. Impressive to watch as she finishes off the and one. And first player today in double figures with 11 points.
And she can weave through defenders so seamlessly, and she's able to draw that foul.
List goes on, and Thatcher can't drill a 3. Up ahead, it's nearly picked away, but Sellers just kind of punching it out of bounds. Kiara Sellers, 5'3" sophomore out of Marlton, New Jersey.
She plays like she's 6'3".
And with the hops around, look at this passing, crisp for Lehigh. Outside O'Hara. Now Jones going downhill, and Jones has 13.
It's like we just rewound the tape, Sam. Again, she weaves through defenders. She's so efficient. When the ball's in her hand, she takes every opportunity, and she's usually right on target.
Feels like she could do that on pretty much every play. I see some Valentine's balloons in the bottom right corner. Happy Valentine's Day to whoever's getting those balloons. And nice putback here for Azana Campbell. You know, we wish all of you a happy Valentine's Day. Want to infuse this broadcast with some love.
Yeah, thanks for spending your love day with us.
Jones to O'Hara. That's a pass to Love and a shot to Love. 3 for Bridget O'Hara.
Lehigh's really good at passing. They spread the ball really well, and they keep the Eagles off guard, and they do it right there, too.
And then forcing a turnover and polishing it off, Taylor Brown. So pedal to the metal right now for Lehigh. Lead is up to 15. Down low, Black Stewart kisses it off the glass.
6 different Lehigh players getting involved here, making an impact. Again, we talk about the depth of that team. It shows.
And pushing through, Brown has 2 buckets on 2 possessions. So 4 points for Taylor Brown. You mentioned Lehigh, balanced attack. And no one more than Olivia Jones, rather, with 13. Now that's an unforced error. Here goes McDonald, coast to coast. And Lehigh up 17.
McDonald's going to take advantage there. She saw kind of a wide dribble stance, and these Eagles players not as sure of themselves with the ball handling. So Lehigh's going to take over.
Nice feed, Sellers to Black Stewart for the Deuce. And quick the other way, it's tipped out of bounds. Just a long pass.
And there goes the ball.
Did it go through the door?
It went through the door. The timing, impeccable.
Wonder what's through the door. I'm imagining it like a black hole.
Yeah.
That ball is gone. Hope we have extras. So 11-second differential here as Sellers goes to work. And moving screen. It's an offensive foul against Kiana Black Stewart. Already 3 fouls on really the only big post presence for Paul VI. And if she gets into foul trouble, that's Bell's trouble. So now 2-second differential here as Jones, already with 13 points, gets to work. Down low, there's a cutting Jones for the bucket. 15 points, 5 of 6 shooting in the first half for Olivia Jones as Thatcher responds.
And she's got 6 rebounds. She's on her way to a double-double, Sam.
It was a triple-double in her last game. O'Hara in the corner, a bit strong, and then Jones with a miss at the buzzer. So it's the Crusaders of Lehigh with a 14-point lead here at halftime at the Bob McKillop Invitational. We'll have half 2 when we come back from New York. You're watching the Bob McKillop Invitational on League Ready. And back with second half action between Long Island Lutheran and Paul VI. Sam Brief, Casey Standahar, our wonderful crew, with you from New York. And first half dominated by one of the top teams in the nation. Olivia Jones with 15 points, and Lehigh, Casey, looking like the machine we know they are.
Lehigh Crusaders have just been more efficient. You see the points differential there. And then the rebounding. We talked about Paul VI rebounding in the first half, but again, it slipped away from them. 23 rebounds and less turnovers as well. So
the
again,
only thing really keeping Paul VI then, how about the 5 3-pointers, most notably from Rachel Thatcher?
Rachel Thatcher has been effective, but again, I like the way that Lehigh is spreading the ball around, getting multiple shooters involved. They're showing off their depth a little bit. And 15 points from Jones. She is 5 for 6 from the field. 7 rebounds too. Just so dominant for Long Island Lutheran.
And how about no turnovers as well? So efficient Olivia Jones. What has been most impressive about her?
Just her poise, and I talk about poise a lot in this game, but it really does matter at this level when you're in these invitational games and you have to be disciplined. I like the way Olivia Jones has just been consistent. She's playing well on both sides of the ball. She also has 2 assists on the night. She's played this entire game so far. So again, her stamina is there. I like that about her.
Number 22 ranked player in the junior class with a quick pass off to McDonald. Lehigh in the white, Paul VI in the blue. This game happening on Lehigh's home floor, so they've got home cooking today. Down low, pocket is picked. Sellers comes up with her second steal. Eagles ball. Got a foul off the ball. Goes against Lehigh.
Paul VI has got to find their rhythm in this second half, Sam. If they're making all these errors, these turnovers, self-inflicted a lot of them, they really don't have a chance. So they have a chance right now with time left in the third to be efficient, to be smart with the basketball.
A big difference between a turnover and an unforced one as Stagliano nails the triple.
I'm saying the game plan is get the ball to Brooke Stagliano.
8 points, 2 threes as the Eagles take over. Back-to-back Lehigh turnovers. Well, it's really been that 3-point shot keeping Paul VI in this. 6 3-pointers today as Sellers pulls and drills it. 8-point game.
Sellers just taking this one into her own hands. She's been so good.
And then she rips it from Brown.
I was going to say from both sides of the ball, and she beat me to it.
Right, show don't tell. Here's a 3, and it's good for Stagliano.
Stagliano from the floor there. Again, just flexing on him.
Eagles unconscious right now. Just dominance to start the half. Brown with the baseline drive. They go to Jones. And who else but Olivia Jones drawing contact, and she'll go to the stripe. Well, a 9-0 run out of halftime, and Brooke Stagliano has been the key.
And you got to give credit to her teammate, number 4 in Sellers. That pass, that quick pass over to her gives her the confidence to make that shot.
And Jones with the miss. It was 39-25 Lehigh at halftime. And with a barrage of threes, Eagles are back in it as Lehigh pulls ahead by 6. Jones with almost half her team's points, sitting at 16. And Sellers bumped and fouled Taylor Brown. The guilty party, just her first.
Even though Sellers only has 3 points on the day, it feels like she's done a lot more. Again, she's been really helpful for this team when it comes to rebounding, when it comes to an assist.
And then an interception. O'Hara running the floor. Up ahead to Brown with the hoop and harm.
That's just the response from Long Island Lutheran that is going to help them in this one. Kicks it over to her teammate, and she drives to the floor, to the hoop, excuse me. And I just like the way that she's just been kind of confident. She threw it up easily. Knows she's able to make that layup.
Defense into offense, and even more now. Brown with another steal. And then Brown scoops it just a bit strong. Rebound Stagliano, who's quickly fouled. O'Hara with the foul. Well, there's Bridget O'Hara. She's 5'11" and just an 8th grader. So still 4 more years after this one of high school hoops.
Could never be us, Sam.
No, 8th grade couldn't dream of this. Here's a long one for Stagliano. What a heat check. And the 8th grader with the rebound, her 4th. Now Jones downhill for 2 more. 18 points for Olivia Jones.
We talked about Olivia at the half. 18, she's only missed 1 shot today.
6 for 7 from the floor and 6 for 7 from the charity stripe. Here goes Sellers. Stagliano down for Black Stewart, and she bobbled it. Steal for Jones. Running the floor. It's a 3-ball for McDonald. And just when Paul VI was taking a crack at him, Lehigh strikes back and pulls up 14. We'll take a timeout. It's the Crusaders and the Eagles at the Bob McKillop Invitational.
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
Head coach Christina Rady has already led this team to the Iolani Classic Championship down in Hawaii. Now looking to keep making noise on their home floor. Bob McKillop Invitational, treating Lehigh very well. 18 points for Olivia Jones, and Crusaders fans can dance.
Over here talking about love during the break. Everybody's wearing red and pink. I know that's the color of the team, but you got to be festive for Valentine's Day too.
The red team playing well on Valentine's Day feels fitting. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Infuse your Friday night with some love as we join you here on League Ready. Sam Brief, Casey Standahar, our wonderful crew at the Bob McKillop Invitational. And next stop, free throw line for Anya George. Paul VI came out with a 9-0 run to start the 3rd quarter. And then Lehigh just kept doing Lehigh.
Absolutely, and that's just Lehigh being more consistent. We've seen some consistency, some drives from the Eagles, but not enough.
Points in the paint, 26-8 in favor of the Crusaders. Casey, we knew this team was bigger, but they just look quite a bit stronger and hungrier.
They do, and more efficient. Emily McDonald, we saw her with a beautiful shot before the break. She has offers with quite a few Power 4 teams, Michigan State, Indiana, Maryland, to name a few.
She tells us she's powered by steak and mashed potatoes.
That's me. I love a good steak.
Yeah, her favorite foods. And there goes Jones, just leaving it strong, and then she stepped out on the rebound.
That's my kind of girl.
What's the cook on your steak?
I do like a medium.
Medium?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What about you?
Like a medium rare.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if I could do that much.
No? You don't want too much pink? Borderline red? Here's George. Now Stagliano splits the D. Nice extra pass. And it's Sellers. Missing from 3. Rebound to McDonald.
I like that look to Sellers, though. She can be effective when needed.
And then George with a pickpocket. Anya George finishes a beauty.
Love that from George. Her court vision has been fantastic. The fast break, beautiful.
Now back to a 10-point game. Nice kick out. And it's Bridget O'Hara strong on the 3. McDonald cleans the glass. And now a 3 off for Brown. They get another shot at it. Offensive glass treating Lehigh very well, but a few missed opportunities. O'Hara fouls Thatcher.
The follow-through has to be a little bit more efficient for Lehigh if they want to keep this lead. We know Paul VI is down 10, but again, they've been able to come back and go on those runs after their slow start.
3-point shooting has been the key. 8 triples for Paul VI. As Stagliano shimmies around. Hand off George.
And Stagliano's the one who has 3 of those.
11 points for Brooke. Thatcher now. Rumbles inside. Sellers running out of time. Thatcher's got to get it up. Step back mid-range. Boarded by Freierbach. Jones rumbles in. It is so easy for her. She left that one strong, though, which might be the next step in her development, is that control.
The control, the follow through, the finish, they have to just polish up a little bit more of that. This Long Island team is already really, really lethal. They can only even improve.
Paul VI still within striking distance. Thatcher blocked. Just 2 hands up for Fehrenbach on the rejection.
And no help for the Eagles there.
And then just a rocket. O'Hara hurling it into the corner. No chance for Jones.
Once again, White Ford Explorer, New York plate, LEC.
Sounds like a white Ford Explorer.
Someone go get
Might
your
have
car.
some parking issues. So if for whatever reason you're in the arena and watching us, listening to us, white Ford Explorer, go check out your situation. That's like the nightmare, right? To be at a game and hear your car announced. It's never good. Here's Stagliano, a 3-ball. Drains it! Brooke Stagliano.
A lofty, beautiful 3 from Stagliano. That's her 4th of the night. And she told us her favorite memory is when she scored 6 threes in a close game.
She just took a tumble, now writhing in pain. Stagliano with 14 points has been the offense in the second half, and great to see her getting up under her own power as both teams go into the huddle. So hoping Stagliano's all right and can hopefully stay in. What's impressed you most about her as we take a look at her 3?
Her court vision. Watch this. This one's a lofty pass from her teammate, and she knows it's going in. Her confidence is just contagious for this team, and I love the way everybody kind of hypes her up. I know she took a tumble there, so hopefully she's back on her feet and okay. But sometimes you're just feeling yourself and you take action, and then you get on the defensive end of the ball, and she's stretching a little bit there. Maybe hurt her back.
And staying in there, just a sophomore. future is blindingly bright for Brooke Stagliano. Now with 10 on the shot clock, here's McDonald into the corner. Fehrenbach missing from mid-range. So Paul VI down just 7. They have, in many ways, dominated this third quarter. 16-9 advantage. Stagliano for 3. Yes! Number 6.
She wasted no time. A beautiful pass. Jumps back a little bit from beyond the arc in the corner and sinks another one. That's 5 for her. She's about to match her favorite memory of 6 in a close game.
17 points for Stagliano. Williams sticking with it. Fehrenbach diving for it. Wins the possession for Lehigh. So shot clock off. They can hold for the final shot. In the corner. Off for O'Hara. Now last shot for Paul VI. It's Thatcher. George with a second left. It goes out of bounds, but what a third quarter for Paul VI. 19-9, and it's all about Brooke Stagliano.
She has been unbelievable. Watch this 3, another one. That's 5 for the night for Brooke, and she's helping this team to being down just 4 points. I can't believe it, the way they started so slow, Sam, and then it was just a 10-point game moments ago. She trims the deficit once again.
So they've been out-rebounded by 13. They've turned the ball over 9 times, but in spite of that, the three-point shooting has kept Paul VI in it. They have hit 10 from downtown. Can they keep it going in the fourth?
If they can rely on that and not really focus necessarily on those inconsistent points in the paint, they have a real shot here to make this fourth quarter really interesting and maybe scary. We might see another overtime game like the one you guys just called. Whew.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, first game of our triple header tonight, IMG Academy against CIA Bella Vista, was a triple overtime thriller with Bella Vista taking the victory. And now in game 2, Paul VI in the midst of a comeback. They were down 14 at halftime, but down just 4 entering the fourth. Feels like it can't just be Stagliano, though. Anyone else you're looking for to step up in the fourth?
Well, I'd like to see more from Campbell and more from George. George has 6 points on the night, Campbell with 5. They can come up big. And then Sellers as well. We see her defensive prowess. She has 5 rebounds, 5 assists on the offensive side of the ball. But again, if I could see a little bit more from her driving to the basket and maybe getting some of those easy layups, easy jumpers. This is a real tight game.
Their defense has been tenacious too. Lehigh has not scored in 5 minutes. During that time, a 10-0 PVI run.
Yeah, you have McDonald and Jones going cold, and that's going to cost them.
Out to George for 3. Ooh, just in and out. O'Hara the rebound. Now Jones looking to break this scoring drought. Brown into the corner. And Williams traveled. That's the 11th turnover for Lehigh.
A couple of inconsistencies do add up for this team. 7:30 left. They really have to play clean ball now.
Out of bounds off of Brown, who was diving for it. Story of this game, the second half at least, has been Brooke Stagliano, who's hit 4 of her last 5 three-pointers, all of them in the second half. And a Paul VI team that was down 15 at halftime is right there. Stagliano with it. Stagliano, fadeaway 2 off the glass. Bank open.
I thought for sure there was no way that was going in. It looked high and it looked long, and she uses the backboard to her advantage. That was well done.
17 points for Stagliano. O'Hara to Jones, only 3 points in the second half, and she's fouled going up. It's been 6 minutes since Lehigh scored, and in that time, the Eagles have gone on a 12-0 run. We'll see if Jones can break that up at the stripe.
They've been really gritty, and until right now, the Eagles have done a nice job kind of avoiding any fouls, giving Lehigh any easy baskets. They're not able to capitalize here just yet.
And in a run like this, you have to make your free throws.
You do.
Big one for Jones. And that's the first point for Lehigh in 6 minutes.
They could tie this up here with another 3.
Brown chases that out of bounds. Still Eagles ball. And Brooke Stagliano, 19 points, 5 triples. Got a timeout on the floor. Coach Hidalgo wants to talk things over with his Eagles as they are within a possession of Lehigh. 6:32 left at the Bob McKillop Invitational. And we're back after this.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah. The avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Well, they were down 14 at halftime, and then Brooke Stagliano has exploded 4 3-pointers in the last 10 minutes, and she's got the Eagles within 3.
She's been incredibly efficient. 4 3-pointers here, 5 on the night, and she's 7 for 10 from the field, too. We talked about it earlier, Sam, getting it done from everywhere on the floor. The goal for this Eagles team is get the ball to Brooke Stagliano. She's been hot tonight.
And now the Eagles with the chance to tie, approaching the 6-minute mark. In the midst of a 12-1 run that's gone almost 7 minutes. Thatcher with a teardrop, and they're within 1.
Rachel Thatcher for 2.
Now into the corner, Lehigh looking for a response. They've coughed it up 11 times and have had really no rhythm in the second half.
You wonder if they're just gassed. We're seeing a totally different team on both sides of the ball.
They've only really gone 6 deep tonight as a foul goes against Rachel Thatcher. It'll keep it here.
Eagles foul number 4, Kiara Sellers. That's her
Second
4th.
half,
Team's second.
it's been a 23-10 advantage for Paul VI. 3-point shooting has been the key, but also, Casey, they've locked in on Olivia Jones, only 4 points in the second half.
Just a couple of halftime adjustments make all the difference, Sam. You change your defensive strategy against Jones, block her out from getting anything done.
Here goes Jones for 3. Left it short. Paul VI takes the lead now with a basket, as that's up ahead to George. Thatcher double teamed. George for 3. Oh, just in and out. Would have given the Eagles the lead.
There's a magnet over there somewhere.
And then a wild shot goes for Brown. Sophomore just heaving it up.
Brown getting lucky. First points in a bit. They keep the lead.
That was the first field goal in over 7 minutes for Lehigh. Brown's has been so impressive, too, defensively. Very active hands. 3-point game at the 5-minute mark. And whistle blows. We have a timeout. A 10-second violation. So Paul VI taking too much time to get up the floor, and 10-second violation means a costly turnover.
You said it, Sam, costly. These are things that this Eagles team cannot afford right now. Time with the basketball, so important with under 5 to go.
The sophomore, Brown, driving in with the left hand, no. Jones gets the board and then draws a foul. So Olivia Jones back to the stripe, where she's 7 of 9 tonight.
And 8 rebounds for Jones as well. Been cold for the last couple minutes.
Free throw lines told an interesting story too, Casey. This will be the 11th and 12th free throw attempts for Lehigh, while PVI has only 2 attempts.
Well, that just says to me they're not drawing contact enough, and Lehigh is playing pretty clean.
And Olivia Jones now with 21 points. George runs the floor, and on the other end, it's Campbell for the deuce.
More of that. If you can't rely on Brooks Dagliano, she's not open, just keep playing that on repeat.
Jones prodding. Brown, the floater. It's off. One-handed rebound, O'Hara. And she forces a tie-up. The 8th grader with such a strong board.
Bridget O'Hara using her height to her advantage. She's gritty out there, and I love her energy playing with some upperclassmen. She's so talented, trying to do what she can for her team. She's got 3 points, 6 rebounds. They need a few more from her to get a couple second chance opportunities.
Approaching 4 to go. Jones leaves it short. O'Hara, another offensive board. And then Williams misses the 3 in the corner.
Williams wide open there too. Defense wasn't having it.
We'll talk about wide open. George leaves a layup strong. That was a golden chance for the Eagles. And now Brown loses it. It was thrown away by Emily McDonald.
Momentum, such a thing in basketball in general, but also in girls basketball at this level.
Into the corner, 3 balls, just off for Campbell. That would have tied it up.
It's almost like when everything's off, it's all off. There's no happy medium here.
Stagliano's been on. Stagliano through some contact, and the putback's good for Black Stewart. 1-point game coming down the wire here in New York.
More support, more backup from Black Stewart going to be key here as we get down the stretch.
Jones with the left hand, it's off. O'Hara throws it to Thatcher. And back the other way, Campbell ties this up. The Eagles come roaring all the way back. They take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
This is their first lead of the game, and it's coming at the most perfect time. Lehigh gives it away. Beautiful long pass, and the layup. That is exactly what this Eagles team needs right now.
A 29-14 extended run in the second half. Just smothering defense. And the 3-point shots really dried up for Paul VI in the 4th quarter. Casey, they've done it with havoc defensively.
They really have, and that's been paying off when you have Brooks Dagliano offensively calling a lot of her shots and making them, and then you're really gritty on defense and capitalizing on those opportunities. That's a recipe for success and possibly for a big W here.
How fun is this?
I love it.
It was such a one-sided game in the first half. Lehigh up 14. Olivia Jones on cruise control. Looked like PVI could do nothing.
And
then Brooks Dagliano happened, right?
You're right. And Paul VI had a lot of players tell us that Their favorite players were Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champs. They're missing the parade today, being at this game. And wouldn't it be cool to see a win when their pro team also just won? I mean, a lot of these girls are Philly fans.
Oh, there goes Brown to take the lead back. So it's Lehigh by 1. Now Thatcher to Campbell. The 3 ball. Bit strong. Rebound goes to Williams. So 1 point lead for Lehigh. Jones going to work. Strong. Second half struggle continues for her. O'Hara then misses and fouls Black Stewart.
It's going to be key for both of these teams to not play desperate basketball right now. And that's what we're seeing. A lot of just lobs up into the air, desperate passes. They're getting gassed out on the floor. They've got to kind of maintain that composure the way that they've been playing. Eagles clearly have momentum right now, and they don't want to lose it.
Here's Brooke Stagliano. She exploded in the 3rd quarter, but just 2 points here in the 4th. We'll see how the final 2 minutes go. Black Stewart on a nice feed from Thatcher. Eagles back on top. Here's Anaya Williams. Cross court. McDonald. Brown directing traffic. See if the sophomore from Philly can cook up something special. Brown drives in, the floater's off, rebound to Thatcher. And then a bit of a frustration foul for Taylor Brown.
And we haven't seen a lot of that yet in this game, but with under 2 to go, you're going to see frustrations start to rise to the surface, especially in this close game. It's a 1 point game right now.
Paul VI looking to pull off a monumental comeback here at the Bob McKillop Invitational. And they're the road team. I mean, this is Lehigh's home territory in this tournament. Stagliano. Thatcher looking for the hot hand. Stagliano, open 3. Just off. And rebound fought for by Forrester. Now a huge possession for the Crusaders.
Huge possession is right, Sam. And they're going to try to take their time and set up something special here. You don't want to lose out on this possession.
A little miscommunication. Brown almost lost it. Brown driving. Brown can't give him the lead. Forrester on the glass. She draws a foul.
Eagles have been living under the basket, and for good reason. They're able to make a lot of rebounds and get the ball, get the possession again. This one goes the way of Lehigh.
They call it against Rachel Thatcher. 4 fouls now on Thatcher, also 4 on Kiara Sellers. And then Thatcher gets a hand on it, generates an important steal, which gives it to the Eagles at 50 seconds. And then she throws it away. Dueling turnovers down the stretch. So Lehigh ball, 40 seconds left. Jones, wild on the layup, got her board, and then fouled by Thatcher.
My goodness, I can barely breathe over here. This is getting intense. 38 seconds to go. Nobody's been able to score.
That's the 5th foul on Thatcher, so an important player for Paul VI fouls out.
11 points for Thatcher. She was effective for this team. You got to go to Black Stewart and some of these other players. But you got to be careful with Sellers. She already has 4.
So both teams now get a chance in the huddle. And if you're Christina Rady, talking to this Lehigh team, under 20 points in the second half, they've let this lead evaporate. What's your message?
Well, I think it's just to remain consistent as you can. Go back to that first half mentality when you were driving to the basket and you were being effective and efficient. And they lost that a little bit here. I don't know if that's just exhaustion, but you can't really let it get away from you because maybe this team thought, okay, Paul VI can't come back. We're good, we're good, we're good. And before you know it, it's a 1 point game.
And now these free throws, uber important. Down 1. Jones just ties it up. 9 of 11 from the stripe tonight. She has 22 points to lead Lehigh.
Double-double for number 1.
To give him the lead, there it is.
They really needed that. This is going to be a major possession for the Eagles. They can't throw it away.
They're without Rachel Thatcher, who just fouled out. We'll see if they can get the ball to number 13, Brooke Stagliano. But now it's George, throws it up and in, and a foul.
George coming up big. She only has 6 points on the day. Before that, Anya George, 3 for 13 from the field. But these are the moments where you come up big, you know you can execute, and she does. She's fired up.
Trusting herself. She gives the Eagles the lead down the stretch. Oh, what a gritty drive for the senior guard, Anya George. And now it's a 2-point Eagles lead. Christina Rady calls timeout. Time to draw something up. We've got to imagine the ball is going to touch Olivia Jones quickly.
You would think, but that's what the Eagles might be expecting. They're going to guard her with their life right now. So I don't know. I think if Lehigh can just get an easy layup or even a quick mid-range jumper to catch the Eagles off guard, they can tie it up again, but they want to try for 3 and finish this one.
34 points for Paul VI in the second half. An extended 34-18 run with a barrage of three-pointers, swarming defense to force 14 turnovers, and really limit the best player on the floor, Olivia Jones, in single digits in the second half.
Yeah, although the Eagles are in a bit of foul trouble, they were able to really halt Olivia Jones's productivity tonight. That made a huge difference.
We had a double overtime thriller in our first game of this triple header. IMG and CIA Bella Vista. And now a thriller in this one.
Couple of good games.
20 seconds left. Sophomore Taylor Brown rumbles in and misses. It's Paul the sixth ball, and Sellers will have some free throws.
Sellers hasn't had to shoot from the charity stripe tonight. I think she's a little bit nervous.
Doesn't look like it.
I love the way she is just gritty out there. Not very tall, but plays tall, plays confident, proud.
They're actually going to say no free throws here. It's just a throw in. Yeah, Paul the sixth. Not in the bonus yet. One more foul will get him there. And a big inbounds here at 18 seconds. George finds Stagliano. The sharpest shooter in blue is the one to take the free throws now.
Yeah, they had to foul her there. They don't want to get her up another three.
Brooke Stagliano, it was her who brought him back into this game. That 4 3-pointer barrage in the span of just a few minutes in the third quarter. And she puts the Eagles up 3.
Shooting nearly 56% from the three-point line. 58% from the field. What a night, regardless of the outcome for Brooke Stagliano.
And with a 4-point lead, her Eagles seem destined for victory.
I love the way the Eagles just kind of crept up on this team. Played good defense. Before you know it, momentum shifted in their direction.
Well, how great is this for Coach Orlando Hidalgo and his Eagles? I mean, this game, Casey, was bordering on blowout territory.
I was going to say that. I didn't want to offend either team here, but if you watched in the first half, you might have thought, not going to be as exciting, but it has turned out to be a true thriller here.
It was super one-sided in the first half.
Right.
Lehigh up 14. Olivia Jones could do whatever she wanted. And then suddenly, Paul the sixth, turning it into a 3-point shootout, and then smothering defense forcing 14 turnovers, putting an effective lid on the basket. And they're up 4 at the 15.9 mark. And they're doing all of this on Lehigh's home floor. It is technically a neutral site tournament, but on the road, what grit for the Eagles of Paul VI. So this is really Lehigh's last gasp. And it's stolen by Black Stewart. So the last gasp is more of a whimper as the Eagles are all smiles coming to the line.
Wow, 11 seconds left. That was such a lob pass. I didn't like it. It was contested, it was crowded, it was too much traffic. Lehigh, huge mistake there.
Lehigh has crumbled. Up 14 at the half. And now down 5 with 11 seconds left. Orlando Hidalgo looking to keep his team undefeated and deliver a signature win.
He's kind of like trying to hold back a smile there, I feel like. I think he's pretty pleased.
I'd be smiling. And with 5 seconds left, Jones with a fitting end to this one. And Lehigh could not do anything in this second half. As Paul VI, on the verge of being blown out early, storms back. And a foul with 0.5 seconds left, just extending this one. And all smiles, all laughs. Well, the Eagles are going to go home happy. Very happy. They've yet to miss a free throw tonight. Now a perfect 8 for 8. And Anya George joining Stagliano in double figures with 12. Make it 13 as Paul VI comes into enemy territory and roars back for victory.
What a performance from Paul VI. You see the cheers, the smiles, the excitement. Again, momentum shifting for them. They played a clean second half where it was beautiful from the line. They're pumped up right now, led by Brooke Stagliano. She was so effective on the floor tonight. 21 points, 7 for 12 from the field, made 5 threes. Look at this. Support from her teammates. She was supported every single time, and she had confidence when she was sinking those threes. It was beautiful to watch. The second half made all the difference for Brooke Stagliano. She came alive.
An easy choice for tonight's player of the game. The 21 points, almost all of them in the second half. The rainbow threes brought Paul VI back and delivered the victory. So Eagles storm back to take down Lehigh. And coming up next, our boys nightcap, Lehigh against Oak Hill. Alongside my partner, Casey Standahar, and our wonderful crew, Sam Brief, saying so long for now from the Bob McKillop Invitational. An epic comeback and one more game to go.